beautiful people, and welcome to the 17th Sunday Times GenNext Awards. Now, what we would normally do, right, is we would fill ourselves in an arena with only the coolest kids in South Africa, alongside some of the coolest brands that are doing the things that need to be done. We would have a good time. There'd be jubilation and celebration and everything in between. And I'd even tell a few jokes, so there'd be some laughter. However, this time around, things are a little bit different. This is our new normal, and we're deep within it, where we have to enjoy the awards from home. But you know what? I'm just glad that we're still able to celebrate. So let's try this again. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the 17th 2021 Sunday Times GenNext Awards. The biggest welcome, of course, goes to our young VIPs, because today's awards are all about your favorite brands and celebs. Thank you so much to our headline sponsor, Gautrain, with Yellowwood as our research partner, and proudly South African and Cliff Central as our corporate partners. Our hashtag this year is STGenNext. And please, don't be that guy. Don't just see the hashtag and not use it. Go on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Do the most, and let's make this hashtag trend. Because in my eyes, this is some of the best and most important awards that we could ever be giving out. I'm Zanele Potelwa, and I'm here to host South Africa's coolest of the cool awards. Now, why do I say it's some of the best and most important awards? In my mind, I believe that this specific award ceremony doesn't only just give a voice to the young people of South Africa, but I feel that it is the only one that is driven by what the youth has got to say. In the words of Utata Nelson Mandela, listen to the kids. And that's what GenNext has been doing over all of these years, and continuing to allow the kids to be heard. And that's why you, yes, you brands, should always be right here to make sure that you're in tune with what exactly they love, and specifically love about you. So just over 6,016 young voices were heard for this year's GenNext survey. Connecting with youth means getting to grips with their culture and behavior. This is where Yellowwood's Junior Board of Directors, or JBOD, comes in. They're a hot squad of SA's sharpest kids, teens, and young adults, and they give brands deep insights into what'll fly and what'll fail. And I think with that, there's only a winning formula. Now, before we kick off with our first set of awards, let's hear a few words from our head of advertising sales and trade marketing at Arena Holdings, Irvin Geerwes.
Good morning, and thank you for the introduction, Zanele. It wasn't easy in November 2019 to predict what lay ahead in the year 2020. And all those who had ventured any kind of prediction rarely mentioned the risk of a pandemic. So surely 2021 would be different, right? 2021, the year of new possibilities and finally some sort of normalcy. No, wait, not just yet. Instead, we have endured another 2 waves of COVID, driving children out of school, re-disrupting industries, and tipping this year on its head again. However, with crisis comes opportunity. And now more than ever, we've seen the hope, unity, and a strengthening of the communitarian bonds South Africans share. The Sunday Times GenNext campaign has reflected on strategic priorities and is embracing resilient strategies to protect against marketing disruption and to retain and captivate the youth by keeping things advancing forward in a digitized format. Thank you for joining us as we host our second online Sunday Times GenNext Award ceremony. The Sunday Times GenNext event, now in its 17th year, is a leading annual youth brand preference and consumer behavior event. This year we introduced a few new exciting categories, as well as a brand new young professional age group, making the 2021 results of the survey conducted by our 2021 research partner Yellowwood particularly relevant to brands and advertisers. We would like to extend our appreciation to all our 2021 partners. We value your support for this initiative, with a special thank you going out to our headline partner, Gautrain, for making all of this possible. I'd also like to thank our loyal clients and our new clients for their support, especially in today's ever-changing dynamic marketing environment. Without further ado, let's get the show on the road. Wishing all the nominated brands good luck. Thank you.
Thank you to our fearless leader, Irvin Geerwes. Now, let's hear from the managing director of our research partner, Yellowwood, Refilwe Maluleke.
Good morning, and welcome to the 17th annual Sunday Times GenNext Awards. I am Refilwe Maluleke, the managing director of Yellowwood, and we are the mad scientists behind the GenNext study. Founded in 1997 by the indomitable Andy Rice, Yellowwood was the first marketing strategy consultancy in South Africa. We are driven by the belief that marketing has the power to change organizational and human behavior for the better. And over the last 24 years, we have evolved to meet the changing needs of our clients in delivering against this belief, ensuring that we provide them with the tools they need to drive sustainable top-line growth. In addition to our strength in shaping brand strategy, we have built expertise in data analytics, communication strategy, and youth strategy. The annual GenNext study is a collaborative effort between our data and youth teams and consists of two component parts. The first is a brand preference survey, referred to as the Coolest Brands Report, which you are all waiting with bated breath, no doubt, to find out who the winners are. The second part is a consumer behavior study of over 7,000 young people from across the country between the ages of 8 and 30. And this report aims to help us understand the why behind the results of the Coolest Brands study. The Consumer Behavior Report is the most comprehensive research on South African youth, which we sell to brands looking to better understand and connect with this critical audience. This year's research was the first time we have run the study in the midst of the pandemic, so I have no doubt we are all keen to see how our new normal has impacted the preferences of South Africa's youth. Thank you for taking the time to attend this year's event, and good luck to all the nominated brands.
Thank you, Refilwe. I don't think anyone could have said it better. Now, for the time that we have all been waiting for, our very first set of awards. We're starting off in the image and grooming category.
I use Vaseline to take care of my skin. I put on perfume. I spray perfume on myself. My mom creates perfumes, so I use her perfume.
I use Sunlight Green Bar soap for my skin, and then for when I'm done bathing, I use Vaseline Blue Silk, and then I use Aquafresh to brush my teeth, and I use Shield as my roll on.
So for me, the products I usually use is Dove soap. I've got a keen liking to the Dove soap. I don't know what made me like to it, but I like that. The shampoo I use as well because hair care is very important to me as well. If you smell good, you instantly feel better about yourself. Even right now, I had to spray perfume before this meeting because it just boosts that confidence. So I actually use English Blazer. Yeah, that's basically what I use to keep myself groomed, neat, clean, and positive.
First up is something that I know, that today for the youth of South Africa, if they are asked to choose between something else and this specific thing, the answer is always that drip is forever. Let's find out whose threads are giving thrills in the coolest clothing store category. And the finalists are... In third place, Markham's. In second place, Sports Scene. And the 2021 winner, Mr. Price. Who's the freshest when it comes to the coolest female deodorant? Well, the finalists are... In third place, Dove. In second place, Nivea. And winning yet again this year, it is none other than Playgirl. Now, when it comes to lush hair, trust us, the youth definitely do care, honey. Let's find out who's whooping heads in the coolest hair care product category. And the finalists are... In third place, Dove. In second place, Soft and Free. And a fabulous first yet again is Dark and Lovely. Now, one of the most important things in today's youth is the fact that they need to have killer face beats. You like mine? Thank you. Thank you so much. From cut creases that could cut a cake to highlights that need you to have some glasses to be able to see them. Which makeup keeps our youth looking on point? Let's see who is the coolest makeup brand in this year's category. And the finalists are... In third place, MAC. In second place, Revlon. And taking first place yet again is Avon. Now, we all know who the freshest female deodorant is, but who rates the top when it comes to the coolest male deodorant? And the finalists are... In third place, English blazer. In second place, Playboy. And first place goes to Nivea Men. Now look, here's a little bit of a statistic for you just in case you didn't know. In the year 2020, the value of sneakers went up all the way to $70 billion in all around the world. And I definitely think that when it comes to sneakers, in South Africa, we're going the same way. So let's see who has the biggest portion of the pie and whose shoes are made for walking in the coolest shoe and footwear brands. And the finalists are... In third place, Jordan. In second place, Adidas. And the 2021 winner, walking tall yet again, Nike. Now, hanging out and being able to be everywhere at all the times is so important to the youth of South Africa. And malls have always been a really great youth hangout spot. We haven't been able to go as much as we would like because of where we find ourselves, but still being able to spend time there is such a huge commodity. But let's see who this year's coolest shopping mall goes to in the eyes of the youth. And the finalists are... In third place, Gateway Mall. In second place, Sandton City Mall. And taking first place is the newest mega shopping mecca around, Mall of Africa. Now let's take a look at who keeps the youth looking fresh from tip to toe in the coolest specialist health stores. Now, one thing about these stores is that you enter them and then you almost never leave. You just want to buy absolutely everything. And it's because they do the most. But who are the guys that the youth are saying, yay, yay, you look oh so good for me to be able to come to you all the time? The finalists are... In third place, Avon. In second place, Dis-Chem. Number one in 2021 goes to Clicks. Now, have you seen who the heavyweights are? A huge congratulations to the winners thus far. And one thing I can tell you is this vote is the one that matters most, because at the end of the day, the youth are our future. Now, going into the future, the next set of awards are for media and technology. The digital world is bringing a tsunami of change that will dramatically affect how we interact with and adapt to technology and our changing world.
I recently graduated last year, and during that time, things like my phone and obviously my laptop were used largely for schoolwork and entertainment values. But now that I'm kind of earning a salary, I got myself a phone with a big screen because I do like some investments and things like that, and I try to educate myself on investments and stuff like that, largely using my phone. It's like a little mini Kindle, if you will. I also got the Kindle app and started reading ebooks on my laptop and my computer.
I would definitely say that technology has become an educational tool for me. As long as I can remember, on YouTube, I've learned most of my skills and hobbies that I use today from YouTube. Whenever I have an issue, I'm always the first person to go to YouTube and just think, okay, so if I want to learn this, then I just need this, and I can just use this video in order to enable that skill.
As much as it is a positive, it's also a negative. Like, you're always plugged in, so to say, with what's happening, whether it's good things or bad things.
You heard it from one of the youth themselves, so let's see who grabs their attention in the coolest advertising medium. And the finalists are... In third place, YouTube. In second place, Instagram. And number one goes to TikTok. And yes, I know, those are the platforms that you've been lying to your parents and telling them you're on online classes. Yeah, ne? That's where you've really been. Me too, don't worry. But the fact that the youth like technology that provides food on demand is something that we all know. So, which food delivery app has the most variety and is the fastest, and most importantly, is the coolest? We're about to find out. I know that over the last year and a half, I have made best friends with mine. Who have the youth been making best friends with? The finalists are: in third place, Bolt Food. In second place, Mr. D Food. Delivering fast and hot across South Africa, the winner is Uber Eats. Now, smart technology has revolutionized everything, and you don't need a mouse to shop at home. Let's find out who is the coolest online store, the guys that are making it super easy to get what you need to get from the comfort of your house. And the finalists are: in third place, Amazon. In second place, Mr. Price. Convenience, price, and transactional efficiency is their aim, which has proved successful in winning them first place. It's takealot.com. Now, this one right here means a lot to me because I love radio. And we haven't been able to listen to it as much as we would have because we've been staying home. However, you must remember, you can still stream some of your favorite radio stations. But which are the ones that are dominating the airwaves in the coolest radio stations category? Well, the finalists are: in third place, Ukhozi FM. In second place, Umhlobo Wenene. And in first place is the ruler of radio for the 9th year running, the mighty Metro FM. Now, earlier on, I mentioned online classes and the fact that every now and again, we're not necessarily actually on those online classes. So when our parents tell us, get off that phone, you're like, no, mom, it's geography, it's biology, all those things in between. Well, who are those different places where we are spending our time and our data? And who is keeping us up to date with our friends during COVID lockdowns? Who's the coolest social media platform? The finalists are: in third place, Instagram. In second place, TikTok. And the 2021 winner, you know it, and you're probably messaging on it right now. And of course, send the link to the GenNext Awards to your friends so that they could watch. It's none other than WhatsApp. Now, especially during all of these different lockdowns that we've been finding ourselves in, the youth absolutely has not been able to live without their phones. But who exactly is the coolest telecoms provider who keeps us connected? Make sure we've always got the data that we need and the connection in terms of uploading videos and even just watching them for our entertainment. Well, the finalists are: in third place, Vodacom. In second place, MTN. And taking the top spot is none other than Telkom. Now, throughout lockdown, I definitely know that South African local talent has been doing the absolute most. And yes, the youth has welcomed it with open arms. But which are the local shows which have the youth glued to their screens? We'll find out in the coolest local TV programs. And the finalists are: in third place, Uzalo. In second place, Gomorrah. And taking a first place, rushing in with royalty, it is the Queen. Keeping it in television, what's keeping the youngsters entertained in the coolest kids' TV channels? The finalists are: in third place, Disney. In second place, Nickelodeon. And in first place, Cartoon Network. Now, being at home with our families, we've been spending a whole lot of time in our houses. Who is keeping us sane in the coolest TV streaming and content channels platforms? Well, the finalists are: in third place, TikTok. In second place, YouTube. And taking first place, unsurprisingly, it's Netflix. Now, if we're being honest with ourselves, music has always been able to keep us sane, especially during lockdown. But who keeps the tunes flowing in the coolest music store, website, and streaming? The 2021 finalists are: in third place, MP3 Juice. In second place, YouTube Music. And taking first place is Spotify. Now, at the beginning of this all, right, I said that we had a new normal. So with a new normal, it's only right that we have a few new categories in media and technology. Some have arisen out of changed circumstances during COVID, and this means that it has been keeping the youth in the classroom while staying at home. Who offers the coolest digital learning platforms? The finalists in this new category are: in third place, Google Classroom. In second place, Zoom. And first place goes to YouTube. Now, not too long ago, somebody said that technology is the youth's lifeblood. And I 100% believe that. I think we see it day in, day out. But who exactly is the coolest technology brand? Oh, wouldn't you like to know? The finalists are: in third place, Huawei. In second place, Apple. And taking first spot in 2021, it's Samsung. Now, one thing I can tell you about each and every one of us, or at least almost all of us, is that in lockdown, these fitness bunnies that we never knew we had decided to come out. And I couldn't believe it. Everybody was now doing challenges and sit-ups and all these things in between. But who exactly is keeping track of our fitness, calories, breathing, heart rate, and more in the coolest fitness device? Well, the finalists in this new category are: in third place, Galaxy Fit 2. In second place, Samsung Gear Fit. And closing all the rings to take number one, Apple Watch. Oh, yes. Did I not tell you that it was all about celebration and jubilation? And that's why at this point, I have to say a hearty congratulations to all of the winners so far. And trust me, there's a whole lot still coming up. But let's see what's up in the world of consumer goods, retail, and services.
When I go to the shop with my mom, we usually go to Pick n Pay and Checkers, and Pick n Pay and Checkers is the most. My favorite store is Crazy Store. There's just a lot of things that attract your eyes. I just love what Crazy Store has there.
You know, obviously price plays a large role. I don't shop places like Woolworths just because of the premium on a lot of their foods. But if I go into the store, I don't know if this is applicable, but things like how clean is the store? You know, I do want to feel good when I walk somewhere. And then I like variety. You know, I need to be able to walk in somewhere and know that I can not only buy my canned veg, but I can also go and potentially purchase fresh fish and maybe baked bread.
Right now I've changed to supporting more local businesses and like more of friends and like their type of businesses. So I know one of my friends, she started a business where she's selling like shirts and a bunch of like clothes. So I shopped there, and also a bunch of people nowadays have started selling their clothes, and like I thrift from like Instagram pages. So that's where I do most of my shopping. And when I do shop, I like to go to H&M purely because I can like go with my clothes and recycle them.
You heard it from one of our very own youth. And honestly and truly, in my eyes, you can never ever allow anyone from the youth to tell you that money is not important to them. Because this is the generation that's making money off of TikTok, off of YouTube, and everything else in between. But who do the youth trust with their investments? That's the question. We'll find out in the coolest bank category. And the finalists are: in third place, Standard Bank. In second place, FNB. And banking first place once again is Capitec. Now, how do youth get their day started? We'll find out in the coolest breakfast cereal category. And the finalists are: in third place, Jungle Oats. In second place, Kellogg's Cocoa Pops. And taking a first place victory is Kellogg's Corn Flakes. Now let's find out who's melting the hearts of the youth in the coolest chocolate category, an absolute fave. And the finalists are... In third place, Kit Kat. In second place, Cadbury Dairy Milk. And the 2021 winner is none other than Lindt. Now, we all need to be refreshed every now and again, especially with the schedules that the youth of today now has. Which is the coolest cool drink that's allowing them to be refreshed and is on the lips of the youth? Well, the finalists are... In third place, Sprite. In second place, Fanta. And tasting the feeling of 17 wins is Coca-Cola. Okay, Coke. Okay, 17 wins. Look at you, the whole time that we've been running. Oh no, you gotta love to see it though, because it means that you're doing something right with the youth. Rethinking requirements, offering fresh perspectives, and grooming the best of the best. Let's see who has come out on top in the coolest colleges category. And the finalists are... In third place, Port Elizabeth TVET College. In second place, Cape College. Who's graduated top of their class, coolest college of 2021, as voted for by the youth? It's Boston City College. Now, we already know which is the coolest cool drink, but who wins in the coolest hot beverage? Let's take a look. The finalists are... In third place, Nescafe. In second place, Milo. And the 2021 winner coming in oh so hot, it's Nestle Hot Chocolate. And trust me, we needed those guys to get through the winter that South Africa just had. Now moving right along though, because I feel as though with things getting warmer outside, we need our energy. We need to be out and about doing what the youth do. Which is the coolest energy product and keeping the youth ready and rearing to go? Well, the finalists are... In third place, Monster Energy Drink. In second place, Powerade. And giving us wings yet again, yes, you can be proud, Red Bull Energy Drink. So where does the youth go to grab a quick bite when they're on the move and running their oh-so-fast lives? We'll see in the coolest fast food places category. And the finalists are... In third place, KFC. In second place, Debonair's Pizza. Loving it in first place yet again is none other than McDonald's. So I've always said, right, that at the end of the day, the youth are the future. And we all know this. But something that not a lot of people take into account is the fact that the youth also makes all the decisions at home. We know also that they control what goes into the trolley. But what we'll find out is where the coolest grocery store is. And the finalists are... In third place, Checkers. In second place, Pick n Pay. And staying in the number one spot, like the water, it's none other than Woolworths. One of the biggest things about us being where we find ourselves, and I guess being in a lockdown even till now, is the fact that we haven't had a chance to visit our fuel stations as much as we'd like to. However, they've been there for us through thick and thin, and this is who is fueling in the first place for the coolest petrol station category. And the finalists are... In third place, Caltex. In second place, Shell. And there's still number one, Engine. Now, when hunger pangs strike, what is the coolest snack that the youth look for? Snacking has just about become so popular that we even are snacks. Yes, you. Look at you looking so good for the GenNext Awards. The finalists are... In third place, Pringles. In second place, Lay's. And still bolder than ever, Doritos is the best. Education is the #1 way that the youth can get ahead, even during online schooling, helping them with what is the coolest stationery. And the finalists are... In third place, Macro. In second place, Game. Coming in so nicely at first, you can with CNA. I've always told myself that if I had to be a Powerpuff Girl, I'd 100% be Blossom. But let's see who the sugar, spice, and all things nice to be the coolest sweet is this year. And the finalists are... In third place, Smarties. In second place, Pin Pop. And this year's winner coming in at #1, it's Maynard's. Let's find out who keeps the best can in the cupboard with the coolest tinned food. One thing I can tell you about Varsity is that when it comes to tinned food, it becomes your best friend. It's always there for you and has always got your back at the toughest times of the month. Let's find out though who really is there for the youth, because these are the finalists. In third place, Lucky Star. In second place, Cool. And the winner coming through at #1 is Woolworths. There are a few new categories in consumer goods, retail, and services this year. And of course, we told you it's all got to do with our new normal, right? So it only makes sense. First up, let's start with the coolest spreads. The finalists are... In third place, Black Cat Peanut Butter. In second place, Rama. And a smooth spread all the way to the top, a personal fave, it's Nutella. And staying with the new categories, because you know, GenNext likes to be all on top of things and always coming through with the new of the new that do of the do. Who do the youth think come out on top when flavoring our food in the coolest sauces? The 2021 finalists are... In third place, Spur sauces. In second place, Steers sauces. And spicing it all the way to the top, it's Nando's sauces. Now, we all know that good things come in threes. And yes, this third new category in consumer goods, retail, and services is gonna have you smiling from ear to ear. And don't act. I've seen you there in front of family meetings, waiting for Uncle Cyril to open the life gates. I've also seen you having your tea. However, this specific category was only voted for by those who were 18 years and older. It is the coolest alcohol in South Africa, as voted for by the youth. The finalists are... In third place, Belgravia London Dry Gin. In second place, Brutal Fruit. And taking the #1 place, Savannah Cider. Now, this next category is one that I feel is still important to absolutely everyone. Because whether you're a little bit older or just the youngest about, the coolest toy store category is important because toy stores evoke imagination and education through play. The finalists for this year are... In third place, Crazy Store. In second place, Game. Putting joy in kids' hearts and a smile on parents' faces, Toys R Us takes first place. Now, going back to education, deciding on where to go for tertiary can make or break your future. Let's see who comes out tops in the coolest university category. And this one is always a very tough one. Let's see who the youth chose. Your finalists are... In third place, Wits University. In second place, University of Johannesburg. And achieving a summa cum laude, University of Cape Town. We continue with the new categories in consumer goods, retail and services. And let's find out who's keeping our general and personal possessions safe in the coolest insurance companies. Here are the 2021 finalists. In third place, Old Mutual. In second place, Discovery. And the winner in this brand new category, Outsurance. Now let's enter the flashy world of leisure, fame and fortune for our next set of shiny awards.
A person who would have a luxurious life would obviously have a big house and also maybe a Mercedes G-Wagon because of those are famous these days, and maybe a few Porsches. And they would also live in Sandton, since Sandton is a very expensive place. And also places they would go was obviously, some people, they can't afford Woolworths. So yeah, I think they would most of the time go to Woolworths and have a lot of takeaways.
When I think of luxe, I think of like first class. I think of exclusivity. I think of parties that are like in secret. So I definitely would say that brands associated with that would be Audi, Lamborghini.
It is something that I can afford now that I didn't afford then yes, that's a luxury. That's soft life for me. That's me living my best life because this is something that I couldn't afford before and now I can afford it.
Now with all these staycations, first up, let's find out whose suites are the sweetest in the coolest hotels. And the finalists are... In third place, Blue Waters. In second place, Protea Hotels. And taking its place in the Sun City Hotel. And now let's take a look at this year's coolest local celebs. Yes, the faves who are doing the things. And the finalists are... In third place, Connie Ferguson. In second place, Big Zulu. And the 2021 coolest local celeb goes to Casper Nyovest, aka Mufasa. Moving on to our sporty superstars, let's have a look at the coolest local sportsperson of 2021. And the finalists are... In third place, Thembinkosi Lorch. In second place, Percy Tau. And making his country proud, voted number 1 for a second year in a row, it is our captain, Siya Kolisi. Now, brands are always dicing for the spot, but let's see who revved up to be 2021's coolest motor vehicle. And the finalists are... In third place, Lamborghini. In second place, BMW. And it's the best or nothing for these guys, Mercedes-Benz, who has raced their way to the top once again for the GenNext Awards. Now let's have a look at which hotshots make it to the coolest online influencer. And the finalists are... In third place, Somizi Mhlongo. In second place is your girl B Monang Mateba. And the number 1 spot goes to, no surprise here, Casper Nyovest. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, we move on to our last and most anticipated awards as we recognize the uber cool winners. Yes, these are the guys that get the real bragging rights to be about what they know as being the favorite amongst the youth.
A great brand is Nike.
because I personally like a lot of shoes, and Nike is just a fun place because like you can see different kinds of shoes, different options, and most of the shoes there are not just only like one specific genre. There's a lot of types of shoes and different styles and designs.
Adidas is nice because they have nice shoes.
I think something really cool at the moment is like brands that empower, because I feel like when you are a brand, you have so much influence, like whether you know it or like you don't know it. And like a brand that always like empowers is like Nike for me for some reason.
Apple to me is a cool brand. It's, you know, they were, I mean, maybe things are changing, but they've been kind of the leader in terms of smart technologies. Obviously now Samsung and Huawei, they've stepped up, but in the beginning, it was like that. And even I think of like Tesla, I think of, you know, the car. I mean, it's so cool, what it can do and everything like that. So yeah.
You see, now at this point, things are hot like a heater, and I don't know what I can do with myself. When it comes to choosing the coolest company, the youth weigh in on what they want to see in an employer. And these last 2 awards are the biggest of the Sunday Times GenNext Awards. And do you want to see who made the cut? Well, let's do it. The finalists are... In third place, BMW. In second place, Apple. Taking the #1 spot yet again, it's Mercedes-Benz. The final award celebrates the ultimate definition of cool. This is the award of all awards for the Sunday Times GenNext Awards. The coolest brand overall. Your finalists are... In third place, Louis Vuitton. In second place, Apple. And drum roll please, because once again, the youth has spoken. 2021's overall coolest brand winner is Nike. There you have it, the coolest brands of 2021. And I can't believe this is over. We've been having such a good time. But that brings us to the end of the 2021 GenNext Awards. A very big thank you goes out to Sunday Times, as always, and our 2021 partners for this wonderful event. Our headline sponsor, Gautrain, Yellowwood as our research partner, and proudly South African and Cliff Central as our corporate partners. Thank you so much for joining us and watching, albeit from the comfort of your homes. Next year, we'll be back once again celebrating together all of the most incredible brands that the youth puts at the forefront of doing it right in their eyes. Congratulations once again to all of the finalists and winners. You did an incredible job in showing the youth that you truly are for them. And that's why they were able to vote for you to be at the tip top for the Sunday Times GenNext Awards. From me, Zanele, stay safe, wash your hands, wear a mask, and keep that social distance. For now, it's a whole lot of love, and bye-bye.